What's up, everybody? Tommy here, Math Productions, and we're on Toliman II. Our newest research contract is for a survey expedition of the flora and fauna life here on Toliman II. That said, the United Colonies definitely not happy with this current contract. Whether in orbit or down on the surface, they are constantly coming and telling us to leave and telling us that should the inevitable need for help arrive, that they would not be there to help us out. So a little suspicious in my opinion. I think that there's something for us to find here, but at least for what we know there is to find here, there is absolutely an abundance of flora and fauna, both of those categories beaming with valuable resources that we'll be able to use and sell within the settled systems. So I'm very much looking forward to continuing with our mission here on Toliman II. It's been a crazy journey ever since we found that random artifact on Vectera. That was our last mission, our last contract. We were working with Argos as an independent contractor, xenobiologist, just studying any potential life that would be found on the dig site. Happened across a artifact that got me involved with Constellation. It's always been a dream of mine to be a part of Constellation. They are the explorers of the unknown, right? And that's kind of what I'm doing, just with a specific focus on flora and fauna as opposed to the greater space at large, right? So we met with Constellation, but ultimately didn't really want to pursue those artifacts in this moment. They just don't know a bunch about them, and I'm really involved and invested in the xeno research that I'm trying to do, and in the wildlife research that we're trying to do. So we decided to take that contract to head to Toliman II, and that's where we, with some of the resources we had left from our Vectera contract, the compensation that we received through Argos because of what happened at Vectera, we were able to set up shop with a nice little outpost here on Toliman II. It absolutely spent all of the credits that we have to our name. We're down to 5 credits technically in our inventory, but we have a landing pad, we have housing, we have all the basic amenities and needs satisfied that we would need, right? So we are ready to go out and start this playthrough proper. The one addition I did do to my standard rules I've been doing, which again is I was allowed to use infinite carry weight up until the starting point, and I was given by myself 200,000 credits. I had to purchase a ship, I had to purchase a vehicle, and I had to spend every bit of the credits before, not every bit, but as much as possible before the start of the playthrough. And the things I had to spend it on was any building I wanted to do. All of those initial building resources and materials had to be purchased if they weren't available in the supply crates in the basement of the lodge via the starter bundle mod that we're using. Just to point out real quick on screen, because I'm walking past it now, but we added a couple handfuls of new mods, including a couple of paid mods, to the load order before we started this. One of those is that cozy camping. It is a super cool mod. Those camper trailers, the log benches, that campground looking fire pit, and even then that hatchet as an actual yieldable, usable weapon. Super cool mod. The Argos mod by Miss O, definitely grabbed that one. I did not use a bunch, if any, of the pieces in this build, but please believe I toggled through all of those available buildable assets. They are fantastic. I'm super happy that all of the pre-decorated habs also have empty hab versions available. I will definitely use both, because as much as I think I'm great at designing the interior, decorating the interiors of these habs in this game, Miss O is fantastic, and I have learned tons of tips and tricks from their videos. So I definitely will use some of those pre-decorated habs at some point as well. Those are the two of the paid mods that I added for this playthrough. There was one more, we'll talk about that one at another time. But back to the playthrough here, what we were able to build with all of our credits was literally everything that you're used to seeing that you would need. We have every single type of workstation, some of them have multiples. We have our Outpost attack manager, our legendary module recycler, our trade delivery service. We had computer monitors for weapons vendors, suit vendors, the trade authority itself. As we make our way through this initial check-in area, there's a body scanner when you walk into this hab. Somebody stationed at the crew chair. Oh, we gotta fix this mission desk. Mission monitor on the desk. But yeah, those posters in the background, super dope. That's another mod that I added. Again, I added a couple handfuls of mods going into this playthrough. I will show off the full load order in a coming video for anybody that wants to play along with what we're going to be doing in this series. I know I've said it on like the past couple playthrough series, but I promise you this one is going to go for a while. I'm down to one CCD grenade, as you see on screen. I had to use two when we were on Kreet after leaving Vectera, and I had to grab us an OG McNuggets. So we definitely, if you hadn't seen McNuggets yet following us around on screen, we do have an OG McNuggets. We used two more CCDs trying to get that thing at the beginning of this video. Unsuccessful. We only have one left. I'm going to use that one we have left for something specific, not just using it out in the field. But ultimately, there is going to be down the line, without us having to do anything else, something coming up where we'll get 5 more CCDs. At that time, we'll go back out in the wild and see what we can do. But we're also in this playthrough going to really be focusing on the Xenos, whether it be their treats or leveling them up, making them little hats, but ultimately to getting the components and the systems in place that we can make our own CCDs and not be forever just limited to those starting amount, right? It's absolutely doable. We just got to do it. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed the base tour. This is us walking through the Rambler, which I purchased at the beginning and then did a little shipbuilding myself. We'll go more in depth in another video. This is my time for right now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I hope you pressed the like button. I hope you're excited for this playthrough series and for what's to come. And if you are and you don't want to miss a thing, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Helps me out a lot when you do. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, what you're excited most to see next, and take care.